What's up everyone? Welcome to KLR Junkie. This is my first video on the channel. Today, I want to talk about two big reasons why people are interested in the KLR650 or already have one in their garage. And also, some of the cons I've personally experienced while owning and riding mine. Power, speed, and what the KLR is not. Now, in terms of power, you're looking at around 40-ish horsepower, 35 if your bike is older, probably lost a couple horses. And the top speed is nothing crazy, and honestly, it's kind of the point. This bike is not designed to be fast. It's not meant to carve tight corners like a sport bike. And if that's what you're looking for, the KLR probably just isn't for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. The KLR is about steady power, predictable behavior, and reliability over performance. It's built to handle long rides, rough roads, and sketchy trails without complaining. Another big part of the reliability factor is how basic and mechanical everything is. There's not a ton of complicated electronics, and that makes the bike easier to work on, easier to troubleshoot, and easier to trust, especially when you're far from home. When you're out on trails on a long trip or miles away from the nearest town, that peace of mind matters. The KLR feels like a bike that's just built to get you home, not leave you stranded. Alright, moving on to topic 2. Another huge reason people get into the KLR650 is how budget friendly it really is. Especially in the used market, you can find these bikes all over for a fraction of what other adventure bikes cost. And that's just part of the charm. There's a huge aftermarket, parts are everywhere, and a lot of bikes already come with useful mods. You don't have to spend a fortune upgrading, and a lot of times you can score OEM parts from bikes or eBay without breaking the bank. That said, nothing is perfect, and I've run into a lot of issues that I want to share with you, so you know what to look out for. For example, the front fender on my KLR was a bit of a headache. The stock front fender doesn't come pre-drilled, so lining it up correctly can be tricky. On mine, it ended up touching my fork gaiters and putting pressure in a way that could cause problems long term. Definitely not ideal, especially if you're doing lots of off-road riding. Luckily, I replaced it with an OEM fender, and problem solved. Other than that, for the most part, the bike is cheap to maintain, parts are easy to find, and once you solve little annoyances like the fender, it's smooth sailing. This is my build so far, nothing crazy. I've got a skid plate, Eagle mics, low profile magnetic drain plug, and I'm planning to add a tank bag and some mirrors, and a little pigtail USB connector, so I can charge stuff right from the bike when I ride. Just small, practical upgrades that make it more functional for adventures. I also recently picked up a GoPro, so I won't be doing slideshow style presentations anymore. I expect some on-bike footage, trails, and adventures are coming very soon. If you want to follow along with all the rides, mods, and tips, make sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below with anything you're curious about, mods, maintenance, or just general KLR stuff, and I'll make sure to get back to you.